Hello and welcome back to Inside the UHL. We took a short break off, but we're back in full force. Before we get to anything, a little late breaking news here. Stuart Control sat out the past 2 games because of an undisclosed injury, and he has come out and said that his season is over due to season-ending surgery. So a guy with 20 points in the UHL, is done. You know, a top 4 candidate and a real force to be reckoned with on the defense is done. It's really a shame, but you know that's the way things go. Season-ending surgery, so we hope to have him back next year. And as for Stuart, you know, great season, unbelievable season. The guy played great, awesome defenseman. He was a leading candidate for best defenseman Norris, and I mean, his season is sadly over. Now, moving on to the UHL games. We have got a great season ending now. Greg McMillan, Kevin Lee tied with 26 points each, battling for that top spot, battling. It is looking like it's going to be a great finale. Then you got Nicholas Sly with 23 points, Matt Grodinsky 22 points, and Andrew with 20 points, battling 2 positions left for the top 4, 3 players. Andrew's the one that's going to have to battle. Matt Grodinsky's going to have to hold it on. They've only got 2 points separating the two, so a win by Hardacre in next game could put Matt in the bottom 4. So it is just, everything is just lighting up. And then you look at the rest. Edward Dodsworth and Winsfield Ling have clinched playoff spots. And with Stewart being out, with Stewart stopping his season, Riley and Greg are tied for 8th spot with 10 points, and then if we go to the tiebreaker, technically Riley's got the advantage in 8th spot. So these are real nail-biters going down to the finish. Who knows what's going to happen? We all thought Greg McMillan was going to easily win it at the end of the season, but that does not seem to be the case. It is going to be an exciting end to the season as we only have 3 games left, and the next game, Game 13, is Sunday, July 12th at 2:30 p.m. It'll be Andrew Hardacre's birthday, so it may be a nice birthday present for him, a possible win. Also to note, the next game will be set teams. So basically what we're saying is Greg McMillan and Kevin Lee will be on separate teams. Hardacre and Grodinsky will be on separate teams. Dodsworth and Bell will be on different teams. And, you know, we've got different teams, different players on different teams. It should be a great game, and who knows what's going to happen. Anyways, looking forward to the rest of the season. We've only got 3 games left. Let's talk about some of the storylines. Let's give a bam to Kevin Lee for fighting back and getting into this tie for top spot. And his game last game had a huge game. It was really a weird game in the UHL, a maximized high-scoring game. No one expected, but Kevin Lee really put the puck in the net and is challenging for that first spot. Let's give a bam to Scott Sim for breaking out of that slump and getting a win a couple games ago. He's moved into 7th spot, and with one more win, he's all of a sudden tied for that spot, that 8th place spot. So you cannot count Scott Sim out just yet. He is still itching for more points. Doug McLean, he needs to step it up for sure. He needs to step it up. At the start of the season, he was being considered one of the contenders for the UHL championship, but he has fallen fast. But again, another win, and he's right back in it. So Doug McLean, it's time for you to step up. Also, it's time to step up for Andrew Hardacre. He's only 2 points out of the top 4 spot, so he really wanted to get into that because those are the top guys in the league. But it's time for him to step up. Only 3 points in the last 3 games. You know, he got that win the one time, but it was a poor game on his part. Many turnovers on the defensive zone. You know, we talked about it. He's taking a defensive stand, but too many turnovers. He needs to really step it up. And also a step it up for Edward Dodsworth. You know, a couple of games ago, he had the best game of his life in net, stopping everything. Just an unbelievable game and a well-deserved win. But again, it's time for him to step it up and really start challenging for that spot. I mean, there's a huge drop between 5th and 6th, and that's 20 to 12 points. You know, if Edward can win a couple games and Andrew or Grodinsky lose, then all of a sudden, you know, Ed may contend for that spot. But who knows? And well, sorry, technically Ed's mathematically out of the top 4 spot. So it's gonna be a real challenge. It's gonna be exciting to see the rest of the way, and I hope all of you will be there to tune in. You know, last game we've been getting some complaints the past couple of games about not enough attendance. So I urge every one of our players to please show up. It's time to step up for everyone. It's time to step up for everyone. Uh, it's time for us to get into gear, get these last final points, and make a great UHL push and a great end to the season. As we said, the next game will be Sunday, and I urge everyone to please come out because these are great games and everyone's having fun. And we hope to have another great UHL final. Who's going to be in it? We don't know. Still a lot to be decided. Thank you for joining me on Inside the UHL. Hopefully we'll be back next game. I think we will because there'll be lots to talk about after next game. Thank you. This is from the Commissioner's Desk. Enjoy the game on Sunday.